suck. You heard me. So he's here, right? He's aggressive. I told him the Eagles suck. He's really upset now. What I'm gonna be starting to think about doing here is I'm gonna get this hand involved and I'm gonna start pounding on his testicles. I'm just gonna do it until I start to feel him kind of let up. So, bah, bah. And he doesn't like that very much. Now, I mentioned about the Macaulay Culkin thing, pressing on the elbow. Another variable technique we can do after we've accomplished this goal here is boom, I've got him, and he's not too happy now. I circle around behind him and I get this arm, and it's kind of a rear arm lock type of deal. Maybe I hold on to it, you know, maybe I say, hey, listen, bud, chill the hell out. Stop with your nonsense. The Eagles really do suck. And then he gets aggressive again. He turns into me. And it becomes a wrestling match, and we have to kind of like get our knees involved and all that.
Eagles!
So that's another technique, though, as far as when he does get that that headlock on me. Boom, boom, groin slap, groin slap. You come around, you are able to kind of pry this away. You've got that Macaulay thing going. You step around, and it's here. And you've got kind of wrist control here. I mean, this is not a permanent solution, but it is a viable solution. Notice here, he tries to come under and throw those. I'm nice and tight here. I've got this elbow tucked down. It's against him, and if I need to, I can go ahead and start taking my my foot, pressing it into the crook of his knee there, something like that. So that is another technique that you can go ahead and train. One more time.
What'd you say, bro?
Uh-oh. So another technique here that we can start thinking about deploying is I'm really not too happy right now. I'm getting hit in the face. I'm going to go ahead and get this hand involved. And yet again, boom, groin slap, groin slap, groin slap. Now he's going to kind of be like, whoa. And I'm going to go ahead and come here. I'm going to shoot this up over his shoulder. I'm hoping you guys can see this. But from here, it's boom. And over here and over his shoulder. Now at this point, I can start thinking about grabbing under his nose with my fingers, and I'm just gonna press on back there, buddy, and throw him over. Now, I'm not gonna throw him down to the ground, but when we train this in Krav and whatnot, we always do practice going all the way down to the ground. It's wet, it's muddy. I'm just not looking to go to the ground right now. Besides, if this is concrete or asphalt or something, yeah, I'm gonna hurt him a lot, but on the slim chance that I go to the ground too, I'm gonna get hurt. You know, we talked about this before. My knee goes and bangs against that concrete while I'm taking him down or something. Not fun. So, again, boom, boom, groin slap, groin slap. Now, if you'll notice here, the second technique we were working on isn't extremely applicable. I can come here, but this isn't really doing me much justice. What I'd be better to do is come here, Macaulay Culkin thing, circle, 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 and you know, something like that. Hey buddy, stop it. You need to get control of yourself. You've been drinking, that type of thing. But if it's the side, whoa, groin slap, groin slap. And if you'll notice here, this hand, while it's groin slapping, is kind of protecting me from that punch. The elbow's kind of getting in his way rather, and I'm able to kind of overcome here. While I slap that groin, I'm almost doing a makeshift shield. I come up, I take this, I circle it way around, I get over his shoulder here. Now this could be another technique. Maybe I press it down on his shoulder, I use this knee, and I press, and I take him down like that. But again, I don't really want to go down. I want to shoot this over him. I want to take, it doesn't have to be on the nose, but the nose is a good way to go. You take nose control, boom, boom. It doesn't take much pressure. Or it could just be on the chin, boom, and down he goes. In that case, he's not going down, but like I said, I'm being friendly with B-Bait today. I like him today. I'm not going to hurt him too badly. But the Eagles do suck. Boom, boom, groin slap, groin slap. Shoot it over his shoulder, face. Now, if you'll notice what I'm doing here with this foot, let's go out a little bit, man. Just this way, we'll get you in the mud. Now, if you'll notice what I'm doing with this foot, this is coming behind him here. I could simply come here and do it like this. Right? Let's just face the camera. Perfect. I could come here and just do it like this and rely on my strength. But what would be better is if I'm here, I take this foot, I put it behind him. Now, when I do this, it's more of a shot that he's going to go over, or at least I'm going to get some type of advantage here. If I don't do it, Eagles suck. Boom. He's going to really be pissed by the end of this video. All right, go ahead. Boom. Groin shot, groin shot, groin shot. I take my foot, I step it behind, boom, chin, I get him there. So that foot is really a big thing. One more time. All right, boom, boom, the foot's here. It's naturally here already in this case. Boom, groin shot, boom, stop hitting me, stop hitting me, stop hitting me. Shoot it over here, press on his crook of his knee with my knee. I could even kick at the same time while I bring him out, and there you go. So those are a couple variations on headlock escapes. There are great videos on YouTube. Research it. I've found personally, I did look at some. There's a lot of BJJ stuff out there. The problem with that stuff is they're not big on the striking. So you really need to realize that this is going to be a combination of striking and grappling. And also, like I always say in my other videos, you really need to concentrate on pure aggression and rage. So he's going to be aggressive. I told him the Eagles suck. He's going to come at me. He's going to get me. And he's going to be pissed. He's not going to want to lose this fight. Immediately, I have to start thinking about controlling him. So if you'll notice here, as I slap here, this comes here. I'm controlling it. Boom. Boom. So boom, I get him here. Maybe I go ahead and start throwing this elbow up and into his face. So boom, 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 boom. I get him here. Maybe I start grabbing his neck and pushing him back like that. So just practice being aggressive. And one way to practice being aggressive with this stuff is, well, the first way I like to do it is while we're training it, any way you like, headlock. Screw that. Groin, Macaulay Culkin is thick, and kind of curse as you go through it. In that case, I got really into it and kind of forgot a few steps. But as long as you're really practicing amping up that aggression, it's going to help. So one more time, bro, we're going to go ahead. Eagles. Boom, he's pissed. Fuck that. Groin, elbow. Stop it. So in that case, again, I got a little involved with it, but as you'll notice, I was able to start overcoming with that aggression. So one way to really help yourself out while you're training this stuff is to talk it through. So if he throws the headlock, I'm gonna, as I train it, talk it through. So groin shot, Macaulay Culkin. Grab the wrist. Drive. Press him back, hand over the shoulder. Elbows here. Push him away. And if I can kind of talk myself through it, even with the side headlock thing, with the reaping thing. Boom, Macaulay Culkin. Grab it, knee strike, push his elbow, push him away. So that really helps when you train it. That way, kind of when you get into a street fight, it's like you've heard it, you've done it, and maybe even you start talking your way through it during the fight. Who cares? As long as you win the fight.
Had enough of you talking.
Oh crap, Macaulay Culkin, groin shot. Push his elbow away. Hit him, push him away. And that really helps. So again, we can do it with when he's standing next to me and he gets me involved in a headlock there. Crap, Macaulay Culkin, control, block, groin shot. Come up over him, shoot him over the shoulder. Chin. That's a good way to kind of train it and, start really ingraining it into your muscle memory. Now, another big problem that we face as martial artists is you go to a class like what? Max 5 days a week, 6 days a week. You're not going to always get repetitions like that. It takes 2, 3, 4, 5,000 repetitions to really ingrain it into your muscle memory. So that's a big problem because we're not all in the military, and even if we are, they only get so many reps as well. Back in the day, the samurai and whatnot were relentless. They'd realize this and they train it over and over. Us, we maybe get how many reps in, we get it in. Probably not enough until, a couple years in, and it adds up. So a good way of going ahead and overcoming that is to, as well as doing it, talk your way through it. And for some, I don't know reason, I don't know why, but that seems to help, like, ingrain it even more, maybe a double tap type of deal, where I'm doing it, I'm talking, and at least it helps me. So that's a tip for you guys. Talk it through while you're doing it. That way, even if you get involved in it in the street and you find yourself, oh, block, hit, come up over the shoulder, boom. What the hell does he know? And that might be fairly intimidating for him too. So me and B-Bait are tussling. He gets me. Oh crap, block, groin shot, press on the elbow, get away. And he starts hearing me say that stuff out loud. Maybe he's like, oh crap, you know. Anyway, maybe not. He's a beast.
I'd be a little weirded out.
He'd be a little weird. A good way to put it. And the more you can weird the guy out, probably the more psychological advantage you're going to start to have anyway. So, guys, I appreciate you watching. Christina, I appreciate the request. I hope that answered at least 1 or 2 questions. I don't know if you're expecting more of a controlled demo or something, but this is the way I like to do it, is kind of get into it and see what happens. Natural human reactions are always going to beat, you know, trained, fluid, fine motor skills type of things. So, B-Bait, do you have any thoughts on what we were doing?
Just always know the element of surprise is out there. You never know.
And that's what he was saying earlier too, is we were talking in between kind of filming this, and he was saying how that where he'd shoot up and do that tie clench, even with guys who were twice his size when he was wrestling, he said he'd always get them because of kind of that element of surprise. He'd shoot it out there like a jab, and just by that snapping and that surprise, he was able to kind of dominate the situation. So surprise is a big thing. And when he does go ahead and get me in a headlock, I'm going to be very surprised. I mean, maybe I saw it coming, maybe I didn't. So it's important to go right away and kind of go into what you've been training. This is why we train, but it's important to go in right away and take that initiative, slap, push away, create space, all that stuff. Don't wait for it, because the more you wait, the longer you wait, the less opportunities you're going to have. So, guys, I appreciate your time. Please remember, you are your first and last line of defense. Me, B-Bait, we'll see you in the next video.